With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Browns defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Hey, middle.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
Now Jackson. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. The Ravens sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, report.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knighton. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head, it's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Second and a couple. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. You look at this Browns defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
To throw is Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he fins, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and set.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our spin around the NFL starts now. In Indianapolis, the Colts at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And this is the Lions quarterback. He's going to find his man here. This, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Lions up their record to 5-2 as they get the victory here. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here's Wan'Dale Robinson. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. 58 yards for the score. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers hosting the LA Rams. And this is Jordan James. All he needs is a crease, and he finds it. That's a 7-yard rushing touchdown. The Panthers get their 5th win on the year as they get the victory here. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knighton. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Alpha, sit on! 180! Sit on! 180! Hey, sit on! Sit on!
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
180! Finish it! Sit on!
They'll run on first down. Knighton. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's to the 15.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, the defense.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. He'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws it. Now following the touchdown, here comes this offense back out onto the field as they will take over with a 1st and 10. Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And out across midfield down to the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now it's Jackson.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Jackson now. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
complete to Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now it's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. That's complete, left side to Worthy. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
Alpha, sit hot. 180, sit hot.
Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. 2nd and 10.
Sit hot. Sit hot.
Looking to throw. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,